Well, today, Crawford County Circuit Court Judge Mike Medlock denied the request for a new trial, ruling that there was not sufficient evidence of any jury misconduct. Now, Ethan Seipert's defense attorney says he thinks his client's constitutional rights were violated and says he plans to appeal the decision. And the Crawford County prosecuting attorney says that it was the evidence presented during trial that led to the guilty verdict.
I do believe the case law supports our argument that there was extrajudicial information that was given and that given information created a prejudice against Sixth Amendment against the defendant.
That's Ethan Seipert back in court after being convicted in January of first-degree murder for the death of his wife, Christina Cole Seipert. She was shot to death on July 3rd, 2022. Family members said it was a fight that went too far, but defense attorney Adam Rose asked for a new trial, claiming Seipert did not get a fair and impartial trial due to jury misconduct. In court, Rose told the judge he had a signed affidavit from one juror who was concerned that another juror knew the victim's family and had previously been to their Cedarville home. Rose said he was told the juror was drawing diagrams of the victim's house during deliberations and that the juror also knew about previous plea deal offers.
There was an overwhelming amount of evidence that convicted him. Nothing that happened in that jury room swayed the evidence or changed the outcome.
Crawford County prosecuting attorney Kevin Holmes says the juror misconduct allegation could potentially cast doubts about the entire judicial process.
The defense said that he committed some kind of fraud and even said that he wanted to potentially have him thrown in jail. So yes, major allegations that you don't see every day in Crawford County or really in the state of Arkansas. What happens in that jury room is protected by not only our rules of evidence but also the Arkansas law.
There is an exception to that, and there's case law to say that jury members are allowed to disclose information about if it's determined there's extrajudicial information. They're allowed to discuss that.
According to trial transcripts, during jury selection, one potential juror said they went to school with the victim's mother and that they knew about the case from what they saw on the news. When asked if they could be impartial, the person told the judge yes. Holmes says the defense could have struck the person from the jury, but chose not to.
The defense had an opportunity to question that, and they didn't. And so there was plenty of opportunity to flesh out these details, and it just didn't happen.
The court asked the question of, do you know anything about this case? And this potential juror answer was no. And so it's not my job to suss out the truth. It's for jury members to give the truth when asked a direct question, and this jury member did not.
We're glad that there's finally some closure to this case and for that family, and Mr. Seipert will continue to spend the rest of his life in jail until Court of Appeals says otherwise.
And once the appeal is filed, there's no set time frame on how long it will take the Arkansas Court of Appeals to issue a ruling. Now, both of the attorneys you just heard from tell me that it could take a year or longer. Live in Van Buren, Brett Rains, 4029 News.